Hey everybody, this is Alyssa. I'm an intuitive life coach and I am really happy you're here. Today's message is on living in the mind versus living in the heart. And so I'm just going to jump right in and give you some examples so that we are in the same place. So, living in the heart is actually this really strong place. I think it gets a bad rap for being a soft place that is weak and a pushover and nice, and the heart center is actually courageous and strong and powerful, and it has it has so much strength and balls, right? Like it's such a beautiful place. So this is going to be like a really strong center in us. Um, Living from this part of ourself is going to also result in being able to let a lot go. A lot will, fall off our back. Is that what they say? Yeah, there is going to be more ease in letting things go because you're not up in your ego center where you need to win and prove and you know make your point, all of that, right? Like you are centered in what matters. So you let things go a lot easier, and that's a really beautiful place to be. This part of your life, this heart centered part of your life, is going to be a lot of unseen work, and it's not going to be loud and boisterous, and you're not going to get all this attention usually. It's like the inner work, and it's um, it's an inside job. Okay, so just know that it's this like quiet knowing zone. Okay. um, this area of your life is it's going to be really firm and steadfast, and there's a lot of power and the confidence that you'll have here. This is a true place of power, 2 feet on the ground. It's unshakable to live from the heart. It's where really like true confidence and that all stems from. So um, this is just going to be in general like a very spacious place, and I think all of us desire to live in a more spacious reality, right? Like that just feels a lot more peaceful and like more ease and a lot of peace, right? um, so I think that you're probably understanding this heart-centered living. The other thing I will mention before I give you examples of living out of your head is the heart center is sensitive, so it's really quick to close up. And so as we practice living out of our heart, we might notice how often it shuts down, and that's a really good thing to notice. We can have a lot of compassion for ourselves. Sometimes even when I'm in an argument with someone or disagreeing with my husband or whatever, there's like a point where I can feel my heart shut down, and it's just so good to notice, because as soon as we notice, maybe we can communicate that, or just offer inner compassion, to some compassion to ourselves, some self-compassion. So it's not something you want to be hard on. You want to be like even softer. But the heart center is, it closes and opens, or it closes very easily, but you can get to a point where it's opening just as easily. It takes a lot of practice. um, so when I say living in the mind, I do want to mention really quick that there's a working mind that we need for our days, and they're critical for doing our jobs and driving our cars and getting somewhere where we need to be at on time, right? Like that's the working mind. But the mind I'm talking about living in is more like the egoic mind, and that's where we're gaining everything just from this powerhouse of our head rather than like the power of our heart. And so I'm going to give examples, and hopefully that will shed more light um, on that. And so you'll be able to start to like decipher, like, oh, that's what it means to like be operating totally out of my mind and my will and my body, right? Um, it's just this like quiet little place where we start to notice like the differences. So living in your head is going to be a lot more like holding on, forcing control. Um, it's a lot more concerned with other people. Like there's just a ton more codependency and need for validation. Like you're just like tied to everyone else. And so you're a lot more affected, right? Like it's just, you're kind of at everyone's disposal by nature of living in the head, like how you perceive people to look at you or how you perceive this person to be responding to you. It's just like the mind is just a lot more consumed with that. And so you can notice you're in the mind because you're a lot more affected by other people. And in reality, other people are other people, and we should just let other people be other people. So if you're being too affected by other people, that's a really good sign that you're just up in your mind too much. Um, I mentioned that being in the heart is like a really firm place to stand, like it's confident ground, and being in the mind and living out of the mind is really shakable ground. It's not firm. Our mind wants to make us believe that it's like got things under control and it has plan A, B, C, D, E, but it's actually just like a really false sense of security, and we're much more prone to get shaken or rattled or pushed off of our um seat when we're totally depending and operating out of our mind. So you'll be able to kind of feel this, like maybe if you're really reactive, or if something just like really rattles you, like maybe it's a good time to check in and return to your heart center. Um, in general, living in the head is just going to be a really like limited avenue of life, and unfortunately, a lot of people live in the head most of the time, and it takes a lot of practice to start returning to your heart center. And um, unfortunately, again, I'll say that people don't realize like how limiting it is and how much joy and possibility lie in this heart-centered place of living. And so it takes practice, and it takes like day to day showing up and showing up again and getting back on your feet, because we're constantly going to return back to our mind until you're totally enlightened, which very few people are. And um, the point is, it's possible. In each moment, there's like this nugget of possibility. And so stay in this moment. It's not in tomorrow. It's not in next week when your schedule clears up. The possibility of living in your heart is right now. And so we can't get it yesterday and we can't get it tomorrow. We can just get it right now. So stay compassionate with yourself, and continue to support those around you who aren't able to see it for themselves. And compassion for yourself is going to bleed out as compassion to others, and our world could use a lot more of that. So I'm sending you all lots of love, and I send you the invitation of returning to your heart center, and I hope that you're able to experience that fully this week. So I'll be back next week with another message, and in the meantime, please subscribe. I'd love to have you follow me along, send comments, and you can check me out on my website. It's soulpathspace.com. I'm a coach, and yeah, I would love to chat with you if you want to chat. So take care and have a good one. Bye.